Live. Let me just check it out. Okay, let's see if you guys can hear me live. Okay, I see that I'm live. Okay, guys, so I'm a little late. I hope you hear me. Okay, can you guys hear me? Just hear me. Okay, here we go. All right, just some adjustments, a little bit of adjustments, and that's it. Okay, so this is the first small podcast. Uh, I'm gonna put an invite link into the chat. So if you guys want to hear me, wait a second. Okay. Uh, that's the invite link. So I hear that I'm not being heard here. Wait a second. Let me just check it out. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I hear myself. I can hear myself. All right, so that's okay. That's the invite link. All right, so okay, okay. So sorry, I come in late, um, and the but now I'm here. Okay, I'm not used to all this these computers. I hate the technology. All right, so you have a copy link. You have an invite link here to come to the chat if you want to participate. I'm going to start talking about what I wanted to tell you about what's going on uh, in the gypsy community, according to what I hear, because I've had a lot of people calling me and telling me things, and I had to decide to make a podcast, a little small live stream. So just to resume, in 2008, this is when I started to realize through my studies in the Torah that the gypsies might actually be part of Israel, might have Israelite origins. So at the time I was studying about the tribe of Shimon, the tribe of Simeon in the Torah. And when I started to realize that maybe at that time it was maybe, now it's sure, but the gypsies, the Roma, could be part of Israel, then I put my studies on the side and I started, investigate towards that direction. So I contacted gypsies. I studied history, studied customs of the gypsy people. I went, in Europe, and I met gypsies, and it was not before 2019 that I organized the first Jewish Gypsy Forum in Jerusalem, where where Jews and Gypsies came and discussed their common origins. That was the first time, in history. It was a small forum, but it marked something very important. So in 2019, 2020, we started, being contacted, and we started spreading worldwide. And at what point, at one point, after all the videos and all the interviews and all the meetings we've made, well, it came to a halt, a little bit to stop, because what else can we do? So I kept on, talking about the Israelite origins of the gypsies to individual people, like, but for like now, but like 6 years, 5 6 years, we kind of like, on standby a little bit. And the thing is that we realized that the fire that we lit, the fire that we ignited among the gypsies, burned worldwide. And the thing is that we cannot control that fire. We cannot control the fire that we ignited. And today, uh, all gypsies in the world, or if not all of them, like a wide majority, know about Tzigana, know about the origins. They recognize it, they accept it. And the thing is that now what's next? So um, the thing is that there are lots of things that we have to understand. First of all, the problems that you guys have, the Romas, are actually the same problems that we Jews have here in Israel. Because, first of all, we have the same enemies, and because the question of the awakening of the gypsies and the return of the gypsies to their homeland is something of biblical dimensions. It's not just like a wave of immigration of people that are going to just like come here and buy apartments and start working. No, it's going to change totally the face of Israel. So the thing is that lots of people don't want you to be here, don't want you to come here. And here in Israel, we've been investigating, and we understood that the authorities, state authorities, along with the religious authorities, which are controlled by the Ashkenazi, side of Israel, uh, do not want you here. They don't want you here. They know exactly who you are. They fear you, and they hate you. And this is the clean conclusion we came to after investigating and meeting with people, with rabbis, and together with other gypsies. So the thing is that this is a fact, and this confirms why, until now, the religious establishment never took, the initiative to investigate the gypsies, uh, as far as if they are like, Jews, if they have religious, Israelite origins. But they did that to with other people. Sorry, they did that with people that apparently are not Jewish. They did this with the Thailandese people that say that, that's the tribe of Menashe, so they bring them in, and without nothing, no valid reason, because the only things that brought them in, you know, uh, uh, for that means the only reasons that they use to bring them in is because the Thai people, those people, they're living in Thailand, they said, that they were Jewish. That's one, and that the Vatican said that 150 years ago, their missionary people went there, and at that time also these Thai people said that they were Jewish. And this is only on these two things that they say that, they say, okay, they're Jewish, so then bring them back. So in that case, for the Roma people, we shouldn't be able, we shouldn't be worrying, because there is so many things that confirm that you come from us, that it is not coherent, that these people don't even try to investigate you. After that, the Nazis, after the Second World War, did tried to eradicate you along with us and called you Jews. And the thing is that, only at that point you should have been, um, investigated, like, by the Jewish authorities, by the rabbinical authorities, which you did not. And not only this, but also something happened to keep you separated from us and to keep you away from the land of Israel. And everything was made to keep us separated. Us with the land to come back here, and you through Christianity. Which you never were Christians for like 2,000 years. Your forefathers just ran away from Christianity. Anytime they could, they just like ran away because it was the people that used to kill you, persecute you, burn you alive, rape you, and murder you and take your gold. And they did that for like, hundreds and hundreds of years. So the thing is that, there was no way that the gypsies could become Christian. But after the Second World War, you know, things happen. New sects of Christianity, like evangelists, came up and they started to tell you, okay, we love you, we want you, here, take some money. And they started, entrapping you into coming and living their lifestyle and assimilate you to their lifestyle. So this is what happened. So on the big problem today that we see, all gypsies, Christian gypsies, non-Christian gypsies, the big problem is the religious faith. And in my eyes, is Christianity. Christianity is the main obstacle that keeps the gypsies from coming back to their origin, from coming back to their land, from coming back to their brothers. So now the thing is that, again, I grew up in Christianity. I know perfectly Christianity, and I had a great time, and it was great people. I still have very good friends. There's no problem about that. The thing is that, again, to my eyes, to the eyes of Jews, that Christianity, I think, is actually like idolatry. Even though you can say, "Oh, we're not linked to the Vatican. Vatican is evil," but it's the same. It's the Vatican, it's the Catholic Church that's brought you all these books of the New Testament. So that means that you are linked to them, whatever you say. So the thing is that, again, uh, we see that as a disguised paganism. And the thing is, if we are right, maybe we're not right, maybe we're wrong. We can talk about it later. But if we're right, so of course, there is no way for you to come back to your origins with false gods and fake gods of our enemies, in front of you. Because this is exactly what we did like 2,000 years ago. We did adopt foreign gods and idols and all those fake beliefs. And this is why the land did vomit us. It is written. Everything that we did wrong, we wrote it. So we can learn from our mistakes. You understand? So again, there is no sense for us to be thrown away because we adopted, fake gods and foreign, gods and idols, and that you come back by, showing that you did do the same thing. You did adopt, false gods. So this is a big question, and this is what brings me to tell you that actually this Atsigana thing, this awakening of the gypsies on their origins, is not for everybody. That means that when you investigate, when you take a look at our history, it's always a minority of people that makes it true. You see, maybe you don't know, but when we came out of Egypt, like 3,500 years ago, you have to know that 80% of the sons of Israel did not want to live. They stayed in Egypt and they died there. Only 20% came out. So this is important to understand. We believe that only the best of the gypsies will make it through. not everyone. This is the price of the exile. Lots of people are going to fall. Lots of people are not going to be able to come in. Only the ones that still have like the flame of their ancestors that burns still inside them, even if it's a little flame, those ones will make it through. But the other ones that did reject all what their ancestors, managed to keep for thousands of years, these ones are already dead. And this is sad reality, but it is a reality. Same thing with the Jews. There are Jews that are dead as Jews. They belong to our dynasty, but they are lost. They cannot, at one point, they won't be able to re-enter the people of Israel. So again, this whole thing only concerns a minority of people, not a majority. And this is a war that you guys have to fight. We cannot fight it for you. So I'm here to answer questions. I'm here to to tell you that, okay, we can discuss. We can talk about anything you want. I can give you information, intel about Christianity, about Judaism. And the thing is that also what's important is that we do not believe that you're going to come and convert to Judaism. I don't believe so. Why? Because God made sure that you were going to survive in exile without the books, without the Torah. You were not given the books or the laws, to respect Shabbat, to eat kosher. That was not for you. That was for us. That means that we kept all the books about all the laws. So there is no point into keeping the books of the laws and learning the laws if we don't apply the laws. So we had to apply the laws also to keep them from vanishing. And that was our job, we, the official Jews. And we succeeded into keeping all this knowledge intact, unaltered up to today. So the thing is, again, you guys actually were not given anything. And what I believe personally is that actually is not entirely true. That means you guys did not receive nothing but one thing. You get one thing. We have everything except one thing. And this is at that point, if you understand that, this is where you're going to meet with us. And we're going to complete each other. Because when we talk about Israel, again, when we talk about Israel or state of Israel, we only talk about like two tribes. You say, people of Israel. We're not the people of Israel. We're not complete. There's 10 tribes that have to come here. You understand? So the thing is that, again, at one point, we're going to meet and we're going to complete each other. Us with what we have and you with what you have. Now you have to ask, so what is it that what we have? Well, we can talk about this later on in discussion, other podcasts. But the idea, the idea is this: is that actually the return of the gypsies, and I'm talking about the real gypsies, the ones that still are gypsies, they're not going, they're not gadget, the ones that still have that pride, that identity of them being different from the gadget, from the goyim. These ones, will come back. It will be for them. So when these people will come back, this will complete Israel and it will change the face of the state of Israel, which is going to be very good for the state of Israel. It's going to be it's going to amplify its strength, its honor. It's going to be great. But lots of people here in the state of Israel do not want that, because in the state there are good people and bad people, like anywhere, like in the synagogue you have good people and bad people. The thing is that there are people here in the state of Israel that are the enemies of the people of Israel. There are Jews that are against Jews. There are also fake Jews that are not Jewish that are against us, but they pretend they're with us. That's normal. That's the game. We have to accept it. No problem. I would do the same thing if I was in their place. So again, we have to understand that this is going to be a big deal, a big battle. And what I personally believe, according to what I believe I understood, is that the return and the awakening and the return of the gypsies to their homeland is going to be the biggest event on earth since the exit of Egypt. So it's not going to happen, normal way or legal way maybe. Don't believe that the state of Israel, neither the state of Israel, not the rabbinic establishment, nor the Americans, the Chinese, nobody is going to be able to stop this. This is going to happen no matter what. I don't know how, I don't know when, but it's getting closer. And I believe it depends on us a little bit. That means that, for now, among you, there are lots of Jewish that I know that what I say is true, that they feel that they belong here. They are confused through their religious beliefs, and even those that are living Christianity, and there are more and more, even those are like afraid to come here. They just like don't know because they still watch TV and they believe that here is like very hard and whatever. So the thing is, you need like something that's going to ignite you, like a detonator. And I believe that the best thing for you will be to have like a couple of families that come here as gypsies without hiding their identity, because there are gypsies here, but they're afraid to say they're gypsies. They say, "Oh, we're from Romania, we're from this, we're from that, from there," and they don't say that the gypsies. They still have that reflex. Like, oh my God, I don't want people to know. But people here in Israel, they love gypsies. The music and everything, they're crazy about it. So the thing is that, again, there is a process, there is like an adaptation, to that new situation that is still going on, that you still have to, to overcome, if I can say like this. I mean, there are lots of fears that you still have that you have to overcome, and be ready to get out of where you are. I'm talking about, again, those that are really attracted to come here, and so again, you shouldn't fear anything. You shouldn't fear nobody. You shouldn't fear nothing, and you should just try, because anyways, wherever you are in Europe, in South America, there's not too much of a future now. It's like everything is going like worse and worse and worse, and you should think about the possibility of living at one point. With a few gypsies, I can say that now we are working on maybe getting some land in Cyprus, so we can have gypsies coming to Cyprus and travel quickly from Cyprus to Israel if they need to, and start to regroup them and start to prepare them. But again, we're doing this with nobody behind us. We don't have no secret service behind us, no sect, no religion, no company, nothing, no sponsors, no Soros, nobody behind us. So we are doing it really with the means that we have, and they are not. We don't have too many resources to invest into this. But this is the first thing that I wanted to tell you, is that my main message here is we're gonna have to talk about Christianity. So the thing is that we've been talking to on TikTok, with people, and some people, Christian gypsies, and the thing is that they are all saying, okay, we don't have to talk about religion. We don't talk about religion. Let's not talk about religion. And I understand why they don't want to talk about religion, neither the pastors. But I think that even if we don't want, is gonna be obliged to discuss about it, because this is the main problem between you and your origins. Because um, again, if you believe if you believe in, in these gods that were created by our enemies, because again the New Testament was written in Greek and in Aramaic from Syria, from northern Syria, means what, those languages were not spoken really in Israel, like by scribes, like the real scribes would have never wrote in these languages. So the thing that has too many too many facts that tell us that this story is a Roman invention. It never happened. That's what's never recorded nowhere, and it's a total lie. But we can talk about that. We can discuss. I can explain you why. I'm not thinking this like freely. I know Christianity. I'm an expert in Christianity. I've been in Christianity. I grew up in it, and I know things, and I am obliged to come to that conclusion because it is the only thing that makes sense. You understand? So the thing is, again, if it's true, if I'm not wrong, so there is no way in the world that you'll be the land of Israel. I'm not talking about the state of Israel. I'm talking about the land of Israel. Or God will accept you with coming with fake gods in front of you. Say, oh God, look, we have like new gods now, but we want to come back to our land. Get out of here! You're kidding me? So this is out of the question. And even the Jews will oppose, and even the Sephardic Jews really will oppose that. So and they will be right to do so. So the thing is, again, the big problem is Christianity, and we have to discuss about it. We have to see, because again, I've talked to a lot of Christians, and I love them. They're great people. They're like working hard to understand things and to discuss, to debate. The big problem is that they don't have enough information to think with, and all the intel they have, or most of the information they have, it's falsified. It's false. First of all, the translations that you guys have about the Bible are purposely false. They've been mistranslated on purpose, so you cannot understand important things that you should be understanding. The thing is that I made 3 videos about this on my other channel called Flat Earth Reconnaissance on YouTube. I call that the Translators Conspiracies. You can check it out. It's those are videos, short videos that explain you clearly how fake are your translations. Not only the translations are fake, but when you talk about the New Testament, everything is fake. There is some truth here and there. You cannot build a lie with just lies. You need some truth, because a lie actually is a perversion of the truth. You take the truth and you just twist it. So the thing is that, again, that story, that beautiful story of someone that dies for you, okay, when you analyze it, actually is a story of the God of Israel that becomes physical, that dies, being betrayed by the royal tribe, Judah, who commit suicide. So that's the Roman wet dream. This is our enemy wet dream, to see us commit suicide after killing our God physically. And they packaged that up and they sold that to you as something nice and great by playing with your feelings. Because this is what they do in Christianity. They play with your feelings. The love, and then the fear of the devil, to burn in hell. And they play with that, with feelings. There is no logic. As soon as you start thinking, everything just collapses. And the thing is that this is why most people don't want to discuss, because logic and intelligence will destroy that faith in lies. You understand, right away. So again, I'm sorry if I use like harsh words, but the thing is that, again, what I'm talking about is not for everybody. It's for the people inside you that know that I'm right, that feel that I'm right, and for them to think. I have no interest to say what I say. Nobody pays me for that. I actually it costs me time and money. But the thing again is that you have to think. Don't be fooled. Don't be naive. Okay, think. Just think. Don't think with the Torah. Just don't forget about me. Forget about the Torah. Forget about Israel. Just think with your own logic. Investigate history. Investigate these people that brought you Christianity, who they are, what they are today. The mothership of Christianity is the Vatican Church, the most powerful country in the world, the richest in the world. Okay, it's like they are 3,000 years old, because it was the Roman Empire for about 1,000 years, and then it became, the Catholic Empire. They transformed themselves from a military empire to a religious empire. You understand? When they were, like collapsing, they used their colossal fortune to just like transform, reshape themselves into something else, which it works. It works. So again, who are these people? We know a lot of bad things. Most evil comes from there. Sexual disorder, the wars, the misery, suffering in the world come from these people, and we can, easily verify that. So, I personally uh, will be reluctant to adopt a god or religions or beliefs from people like this. I mean, even if the belief was true, even if that story was true, just the fact that these guys also accept it, I would just like to just go away. And this is the question that I ask you: how come you adopted the gods of your enemies? The Nazis were Christians. Hitler was a fervent Christian. When he died, Franco said that Hitler was a child of the Catholic Church, and he fought defending the Catholic Church. Like, the Nazis, ran away with the help of the Catholic Church via their proxies there, the International Red Cross organization and all these proxies that they have, like, that officially they're not linked to them, but they are. The thing is, again, when you see that people that try to eradicate you, that burned you alive in the camps, were Christians, and you want to be Christian also, what is wrong with you? What is the matter with you? So wake up. We can talk. This is a first meeting. We can talk later on. We can discuss things later on. I have no problem. But again, realize that this is a very serious subject, because you guys actually, gypsy Christians, not Christians, you do belong today to something huge, to something of biblical dimensions. But again, that's there is a war among yourselves that you have to fight. We cannot fight it for you. You have things to understand, but you have to investigate. You have to check things out. You have to work hard for it. You have to do your homework. Just don't believe things like this. You understand? And if you believe that I'm wrong, and that maybe Christianity is a good thing for you because it gives you like apartments and cars and Versace shoes and gold and toys, be careful, because this is what we had in Egypt. We had it all in Egypt. Believe me, we're not slaves the way people think we were. We were paid. You understand? The first thing Pharaoh put on us was collectors, tax collectors, saremesim in Hebrew, which is translated for you to you as like taskmasters. It's not taskmasters; it's tax masters. You see how they fool you. And also the daughter of Pharaoh, when she talks to Yochebed, the mother of Moses, she says, "Oh, I will give you your salary." What kind of salary you give to a slave? So slavery in Egypt was to keep people working hard with money. You give them money and then you tax them, and then you have to work more and to pay more, exactly like today's system. You understand? So if you think of like toys and things and fun, be careful, because this is a trap. Because the price for that is to die as a gypsy. Now I ask you a question. Since you became Christians, like about 80 years ago, okay, not even, it's in the 60s, 70s that it took off mostly. But let's say after the Second World War, how many homosexuals do you have now among you? How many gays and lesbians, you have among the gypsy communities? People that marry men marrying men, women marrying women, gypsies. You see, there was no such thing for thousands of years before Christianity. Before that Christianity infected you, there was no such thing. But now there is. And how do you pastors react? Oh, we have to help them. Oh, that's okay. Back then, you would have slashed them, killed them right on the spot, just kill them. Just in the Torah, it is said in the Torah. We have to just, we cannot have any compassion for these people. It's called Amalek. So the thing is that, again, I'm also I also agree that we have to help people as much as we can, especially the victims of homosexuality. But what we're talking about here is like people that push homosexualities, like networks of pedophiles and homosexuals into the community, the gypsy community, and using pastors too, because this is what we had as information back in France. We know things. We know things. So to go back to the pastors, how many pastors among you are Gadje? Are all the pastors gypsies? There are no Gadje pastors, or half gypsies, like half Gadjo, half gypsy, which is not a gypsy. There is no such thing as half. It's not to be gypsy. You need to have the mother gypsy and the father gypsy. If it's half, it's not gypsy anymore. So how many how many of these people now are pastors among you? How many Gadje do you have, like telling you, what to believe in and what to do and what you are? So again, there's a big problem in the gypsy community, and it's the same thing here. Here we have also, like, we have fake Jews, just like you have fake gypsies. We have fake understandings of the Torah, fake beliefs, fake rabbis, exactly like you guys have, like fake pastors and fake people like teaching you. So sorry. So that's okay. I understand that, and I accept that this is a war, and that's the best way that they have to fight us. So again, uh, when you think about all this, it's disturbing, it's hard. But again, for those who are disturbed by what I say, who are like angry with what I say, that's not for you. Just go on, keep on doing what you are doing, keep on believing in what you believe, keep on living a life, the gadget life, with money, you have companies, you have things that it's going good for you. Just live here. It's not for you. I'm talking here about just the people that have doubts, people that still feel there's something wrong. This is to those people that I'm talking to. So the thing is, again, uh, we have to think. We have to keep on thinking. Do not let people dumb you down. Don't be naive. Don't be stupid. We have to understand how important we are. You have to understand how important you are. You know, our enemies invested, colossal resources just to assimilate you, just to separate us. You understand? It is not for nothing. They know what they're doing. They spend trillions and trillions of euros, of dollars, whatever you want, to just do that. They invented that theory that you come from India. Okay, who did that? The gadget did this. And it's not that you're not from India, because today in India there is about 100 million gypsies that are like considered as like subhuman, like second class citizens that are being persecuted. So if they were Indians, they wouldn't be persecuted. That's bullshit. So again, this is There's so many lies, you know, around you to keep you from understanding and awakening. But you have to wake up. The time has come now for you to wake up. So if you want to come here, you want to discuss, you want to come in Israel, you're welcome. Can meet you, no problem. But again, you guys have to wake up. Don't let them put you asleep with comfort, with with love. You see, among us in Judaism, we know that love alone only leads to death. Love alone is no good. It becomes evil. You need love and reason together. You cannot have laws. Sorry, you cannot have love without laws. You cannot have love without limits. Imagine a man that loves a woman so much that he's going to kill her because he loves her. That's madness. It happens. Or he's going to kill other people because he loves her. You see, this is where love can lead you if you don't have any reason. So among us, what leads to life, to good, is the combination of love and reason. You understand? So again, love alone, when you see people that tell you, oh, we love you, love, 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 that's evil. This is a trap because people love love. They like it. They like to be loved. So it's like a pedophile giving to a child a candy. Hey, you want a candy? You want an ice cream? Hey, you can come to my house. You know, I have a lot of ice creams. I have a lot of candies. There's no laws. You can eat as much as you want. You know, how stupid can you be? You understand? And also with Christianity, there is no more laws. There's nothing. You can do whatever you want. You can eat whatever you want. You can do whatever you want. You can have sex with whatever you want. It's okay. Everything is okay. It's just love. This is how absurd that is. We have laws, and the laws that gonna stay until the end of times. And the God chose the Jewish people from the beginning to the end of times. There's no way in the world say, oh, the Jews, oh, I made a mistake. The Jews are no good. Oh, now let's take the Christians. What is this? The Christians are responsible for most of the crimes and atrocities and abominations there is in history. You know, since the Christian, the Vatican, was established, the evil increased like, thousandfold, in the world. So the thing is, again, just all this is logic. Just think. So we're here to make you think. I'm here to answer your questions. Apparently, I came in a little late, so people didn't see me. I'm gonna try to stop now, take a break, and call the people that were supposed to come here. Maybe we're gonna keep on going later on. We're gonna have a second stream a little later on. I'll let you know. Meanwhile, God bless you, and please, just start thinking. Just wake up, because I don't believe we get too much time. Okay, take it easy.